This is Steve.
And this is Kelly.
And this is Stand Up Arkansas. And we're doing our voter ballot election guide 2024. And it is just kind of running down all the different parts of the ballot, who's on the ballot, the people we know. Right now, we want to talk about the issues that are on the ballot. The two issues gets a lot of people confused. And every time you go to the ballot booth, most people are like going, what are these issues about? So this is something, feel free to share with your friends. We're going to tell you what the issues are, how we voted, and why. And maybe you can just share that with your friends. So there are two issues on the ballot. Actually, there's three. The third one doesn't count. It's about marijuana. The Supreme Court threw it out. So those votes don't count because it got thrown out after it was already put on the ballot. But we're going to be talking about issue number 1 and issue number 2. There's two ways for an issue to get on the ballot. I'll tell you about the first way. The legislature is allowed to put issues every 2 years on the ballot. They get to decide what they want the people to vote for. And this is generally things around constitutional amendments that they don't have the power of. Issue 1 was a General Assembly
Sponsored by them.
It's not a people's issue. Kelly will tell us how that gets on the ballot.
So we did not put this up, but the second one is a different kind of story.
Yeah, so it's direct democracy.
Right.
In direct democracy, basically the people of Arkansas can get together and do petitions.
One of 16 states in the country where we have full-on direct democracy. So that means that we can write a bill, we can get enough signatures, and we can put it to the vote. We all know that that has its own unique set of challenges, which is probably for another episode.
Yeah, because this is what you probably heard about reproductive rights, how they got 100,000 plus signatures, and then the Secretary of State threw it out.
Right.
And the Supreme Court upheld him because it was all political. There is one of those issues on the ballot also, and we're going to talk about that. That's issue 2. That's a people's issue. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first issue... Issue 1 of 2024, allowing state lottery proceeds to fund vocational or technical school scholarships for Arkansas. We've had this state lottery that we've already voted on as a people, and that money already went to colleges. And this is just expanding that a little further. And
just to allow VOTEC schools and such to be able to have access to those funds as well. I think that is a great bill. I'm very supportive of it. I voted for when I early voted. I think more people with education at any level is good.
Yeah. Well, and there literally is no opposition to this. Mm-hmm. Like you have to file if you're a formal opposition to one of these issues, and everybody's for it.
And I really think, we represent rural Arkansas, and I really believe that this is going to impact our rural communities in a positive way, even more so than possibly in our urban communities, just because I think there are more kids who are looking at VOTEC and such in our rural communities, and this will give them another avenue to be able to afford that. So all in on issue 1.
Well, and the last thing I'll say is not every kid goes to college.
Right.
So let's spread the wealth and let's get as many people educated to the furthest level we can get them educated.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go to issue number 2. Now, this is where it gets real complicated. So
intentionally.
It is intentional. So issue 2 of 2024, I'm just going to read what's called the popular title or popular name. Repealing Polk County Casino License and Requiring Local Elections. So
let's see how much we can confuse the people of Arkansas so that we can take the money into another state.
So here's what's going to happen. So a few years ago, the people came together in a direct democracy move that would allow us to have 4 casinos or gambling locations across the state. We already had the Greyhound over in West Memphis.
Pump Bluff.
Well, this is how Pine Bluff and Saracen and that came to be. And if y'all remember, that's when in Hot Springs they opened the casino at that time.
Right. Which is great revenue for Arkansas, because where was everybody going before that?
They were going over the state lines.
Right.
Right.
So
and
it's
that's
good.
important.
This is good.
No, that's a very important distinction to bring up in this. So the fourth one needed to be on that northwest side of the state. And y'all, this is something that you want, because around casinos is jobs, and it is
Bringing revenue, tourism,
restaurants, more money for your education system, more money for your city. It's good. So this was going to happen in Pope County. When they did the petition and ran the citizens initiative, it said that we were going to put this in Pope County.
So the people have already voted on that. The answer was yes, we are going to put this in Pope County.
So the problem is those casinos that Kelly was talking about that are right across the state line, if you go right past Fort Smith, which is just another hour or so down the road, you hit the Oklahoma casinos. So they're the ones that started, they paid, what did you read today, $30 million?
Something like that. It's insane, the amount of money they spent. We heard that they were paying people $50 an hour to collect signatures. And y'all, that is not what direct democracy is about. That is not how our system was built, to go pay $50 an hour to shut down a revenue stream in Polk County.
Like,
I don't understand how that makes any sense at all.
And I'm going to go officially on the record. I don't think you should be able to pay canvassers to get signatures.
I agree.
If it, in the spirit of what direct democracy is, this is a people's movement. Regnant populace. Let the people rule. But when you have casino money from outside the state coming in and paying people $50 an hour to collect signatures,
to stop something from happening that the people of Arkansas had already voted on.
and we read today, and I can't remember if it was $30 million total that was spent. You know, there's a section of the people in Arkansas that's fighting to keep the chance to have a casino there, and they spent like $13 million. Like, it's ridiculous, y'all.
It is ridiculous.
And this is not what direct democracy is. It makes me angry because this is outside money interests coming in to reverse
the people's decision.
So it is a firm
no.
Vote no. Spread the word to vote no. We cannot allow outside money to come in and take our revenue source away. This is our money going out to another state.
Right. It's jobs that our people of Pope County will have unless we allow this to happen. We have to vote no on issue 2.
Better roads, more money for education, more tax revenue based. It'll lower what we're responsible for taxes in Arkansas. Like, come on, let's get behind this and make sure they're not confusing you. They're trying to confuse you.
This is big money right here. This is big money. That is all it is. Vote no on issue 2.
Vote no, vote no, vote no. Vote yes on issue 1, vote no on issue 2. Vote however you want on issue 3 because it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Y'all, I'm Steve.
I'm Kelly.
And go out there and vote and let everybody know what's going on.